So we're going to be looking at first look at update 6, and just to caveat a little bit, this is obviously all very work in progress stuff,
Very,
you guys.
very work in progress build.
Because we are, as I say, pre-update 5 even going out. This is very early on what we're doing for update 6. So
probably the earliest you've ever looked at a build,
I think so. Yeah, I think so. There's stuff that we'll talk about as we go through, but yeah, work in progress. There's things here that maybe changing during the course of us developing the rest of update 6. There may be some work in progress assets that you see that might change as well. So but it's the spirit of what we're trying to get
super
across.
top level look at stuff.
We want to show you
nice.
game.
Yeah, we want to come and show you what even at this early stage, come and join us for the journey and have a look at what we're doing.
Yeah,
cool.
100%. Awesome, cool.
All right, let's take a look then. Where are we going to start?
Let's get to the end.
We are starting at the normally when we do these things, we kind of do them in an order. We're going to mix it up. We're going to start with a returning ride from the original Planet Coaster, and this is the Coriolis.
Yes.
Not a spinning cube space station, but in fact a spinny ride.
Yeah, let's not mix it up. Yep,
It's not a space station, but it does spin. It's another flat ride that I wouldn't particularly like going on. I don't think. I'm afraid. I
still can't believe there's a ride you don't like going on.
Yeah.
I'm not for the spinners either.
It's a bit spinny, but wonderful. I can't wait to see how people will customise it. Lots of options there available, as with all of our rides. So start putting the new themes on and whatnot, and see how you get along. Yeah, looking forward to seeing that one.
Nice. Is that the only ride we've got? We've got a D-themed ride as well, haven't we?
We have
two D-themed rides.
Two D-themed coasters in update 6. So the first one is the water coaster. And what a coaster this is.
What?
Hang on a minute.
What a coaster this is.
The pun game is, I think it's on.
Yeah.
We're starting. So yes, it's a D-themed version of the water coaster, so it doesn't have as much of the detailing on the front, so our players can decorate it with some of the, as Adam says, with the scenery and the theming. So.
Big fan of the name, the old hydrophobia.
Yeah, it's the fear of the bad guys from the Marvel movies.
Oh, I thought it was
fear of water.
Oh, maybe it's that actually.
Speaking of water, I'm looking at water right now and it looks pretty good.
Yes, I have noticed in the chat as well that some people have noticed that perhaps the trough here of the water coaster looks a bit more improved, and it has been. And that's actually coming in update 5.
So tomorrow. You'll get that.
You'll get this. If you look at the changelog, there's a section where we're talking about the improvements to some of the water tracked rides or water coasters. And this is what that looks like. So pretty impressive stuff there.
That looks
very,
great.
very nice.
Great.
Very, very nice. Cool.
But because I just saw one comment there, not everything you're seeing tonight is coming tomorrow.
Right.
That is.
We will specifically call it out.
But not everything you're seeing tonight comes tomorrow.
And this is why it's
that might get really confusing if you're watching this back. So
because of it's out update 5 that tomorrow. We're trying to shoot update 6. There's going to be the stuff that's a bit of in tomorrow, and we are going to try and call out as much as we can for clarity for everyone.
Pretty much 99% of what we're going to talk about is update 6. However, this bit of water is update 5.
That bit of water tomorrow. But you won't be able to de-theme this water coaster tomorrow.
Right. Have you got that, chat?
Because the de-theme coaster is coming in 6.
Water tomorrow, coaster tomorrow, but not a de-theme coaster tomorrow.
There you
All
go.
right?
There you
You've got it?
That's clear.
So
that's
easy.
as clear as that
Exactly.
water.
I know what's going on.
Good.
Made sense.
Yeah, there'll be a test afterwards.
It's all very straightforward. Thank you, chat. Yes, it is good. Yes.
Thank you for keeping with us.
Okay.
There's a second D-theme coaster in this one, and it is the MC Mine Train.
Ooh.
There it is.
Look at that. Classic.
Lovely.
Which is as rat names go, it's pretty good.
I'm going to change it up again and just jump onto first person mode and do a ride this one.
So this one again, taking away some of the scenery off it, and kind of made it so that players can add some extra scenery bits to it. So
Of course, all those D-themed scenery pieces are then available for players to.
not on these two. These ones didn't have the
individual
the individual
pieces. Yes, of course
pieces. So
didn't.
we've just taken off some of the markings or the detailing on it, but there wasn't actually a scenery bit to it. So
they're now a blank canvas.
So they're more of a blank canvas.
Yes,
Yes, the previous
Yeah.
10, I think, all had scenery pieces separately. These two don't.
All right. So here we go. We're ready to have a little ride on the.
I'm afraid I'm waiting for a full ride. Hang on 1 second.
There you go.
Hold, please, caller.
Hold, please, caller. I did say it's live build.
Anything can happen.
It's fine.
Here we go.
We'll get there. We're going to take another seat.
No doubt.
Also, shout out to Rich for again adding in. Rich Hudson, sorry for getting the park in shape, because he's been adding to this as we do each of these shows. And it's interesting actually, and you'll probably have to talk more of this, Sam, because we build the parks for the show to show things off rather than to be like a functional park, which is because that kind of the idea of the show is to show what's changing, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, he's done
an amazing job with this. Yeah, absolutely amazing.
Been a legend. He's supported us with these save games for months now, and makes it so much easier to demonstrate the amazing work of the team because we have such a great showcase for it.
100%, 100%.
There we go. So I think we may be having. Oh, someone's running to a seat.
Got a few more people coming on.
No more running. No running, please.
What Rich hasn't done, I don't think, is set up the load rules very well for good throughput, because it's waiting too long in the station for a full load.
Oh, right. So what we'll have to do is
not long enough, or not short enough for a half load to leave the station. We could just move on to the next section.
We could, but we had the whole thing planned. It was going to be really cool and really fun. But if we can't, we can't, and we've just had to skip to the end and show people what we were trying to do.
There we go.
Oh, let's look at what those kids are.
Just enough time for me to now go, and here's the ride.
There we go.
Wonderful. Yeah.
I do enjoy that we wait for the two really tight kids to run to
read and then go goodbye. Not good enough for you. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's nice, as we were saying before. Rich puts a lot of work into these parks. It's nice to sometimes just experience the track layout,
just
because not only is he a fantastic creative builder, he actually does know how to build a good roller coaster as well.
Yeah,
he does. Yes.
Sometimes nice just
incredibly talented. Yeah.
To show off the spectacle that is the ride as well.
I always go home after one of these shows and play Planet Coaster and try and emulate, and I'm nowhere near as good. I don't have the mind for it. I don't have the mind for it.
I don't. I'm running a little series in the office with a Let's Play where I play for an hour every Friday and sort of just have a whole team come and watch me. And I'm not a creative player, so everyone keeps lambasting me for my lack of creativity. But it's a different way of playing, right?
100%.
It's I utilise the blueprint system and all that sort of pre-made creativity.
But that's the beauty of the game, right? You can play it however you want. You can go as crazy as you want, as big as you want, or just keep it nice and simple. It doesn't matter. Lovely. So we've done the little tour there now, and now
I'm at the exit of this ride.
And what's this?
This looks like a bit of a different area, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I wonder what's down here.
Cool.
You're so casual about these.
So casual.
Segues.
Yeah.
So silky.
Eking down.
So this is a modular souvenir shop that we are bringing as part of Update 6.
Very exciting. Very exciting.
A popular one by the look of things as well.
Yeah, lots going on in
here.
So
this is a really cool idea, and I think our players have been asking for this. But this is so tell us a bit more about what we'll be able to do with the modular souvenir shop. I'm going to get this wrong. I'm going to call it gift shop. I'm going to call it souvenir shop. I'm sorry, I'm only human.
It's fine. The key thing is they are modular souvenir shops. We have souvenir shops in the game already for various brands, but these are modular because you have a counter and you have displays, and you identify. You can then figure out which merchandise, souvenirs to put on your displays. You can then separate them a bit like the restaurants, which you had the kitchen and the tables, and this way we have a counter and displays. You connect them all up, and your guests will navigate between them as they purchase.
Very cool.
Purchase souvenirs.
So lots of inspiration from Planet Zoo and the way that implemented its modular souvenir shop. But there's some improvements, just like the restaurants as well. We sort of added a little extra to it. So, for example, here, unlike Planet Zoo, where you had to place down the sort of blueprint, like the layout of it, the flooring, and then you could expand it with the tiles. Here we're just using the standard pathing system, and then placing these things on that path system. What that allows you to do is to connect them to the exit of a ride and create the through passage.
Very nice.
Very realistic. Right? You can still create those closed off shops if you want to. But you can create this thing where I can walk through the shop, I can buy my souvenirs I want to, and then carry on through to the park the rest of the day.
Yeah, like you would, kind of
exactly,
like That's
exactly.
So cool.
Like we've all
That's
experienced
so cool, you guys.
at Thorpe Park.
Amazing.
And we're looking at ways of being able to allow players to quickly set shelves up as well with sort of, I want to sell mug categories, and as as you put the shelves down, the mugs will then start to appear. But also looking at the flexibility of changing what you are displaying on your shelves as well. So giving lots of sort of layers of management and
that's very nice.
Choices to it, you know.
Yeah.
And the items on the shelves, we're going to put them as scenery pieces as well.
I was going to ask about
So
this,
if you want to make those window displays showing what's in a souvenir shop, you're going to have them as items that you can then use to decorate
or do whatever you want with. Who knows what our players will do with this?
Exactly.
There is one thing I do. Oh, sorry, Snow.
No, and they all function exactly the same as the other scenery pieces, so you can scale them.
You can scale. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Very
so
cool.
they'll all be there.
Yeah.
As many as we can. You know, we need to sort of go through what the inventory list is and how it makes all sort of sense and stuff. But yes, the aim is to give you these scenery items as well.
Lovely stuff.
Can I have a look at one of the scenery in the corner there? Because I spied what appears to be puzzles.
Yes.
But I looked at this earlier and I was like, the detail on this is so cool, right? Because it actually says how many pieces it is. It's a 720-piece puzzle. And Sam, am I right saying these are screenshots from the creative team that have been used?
They are, and they're beautiful. Look at the detail there; it's so stunning. It's lovely. Some from Mel there, some from Rich as well. We've got the lovely key art there as well. Yeah, lovely stuff there.
Adam and I are starting a Planet Coaster 2 jigsaw company, if you'd like to invest. That's why we're here.
This is your GoFundMe.
So this is our GoFundMe.
Sorry, links in the chat. It's not chat. Sorry.
This is just a peek of what we can do.
Moonlighting as puzzle guys. Okay, cool.
But there's also something different here about the tills as well, right? So that you can do more than one.
Yes, what we're looking at the moment is also being able to connect more than one till into a shop. So we're sort of developing this idea of it being a complex that you could perhaps put more than one till down to then maybe service more people or build bigger shops and things like that. So you'd have the sort of concept of this layer of a complex over the top or a shop, and then within it you'd have tills, which you can see in the corner there,
cash registers,
or maybe cash registers if you're watching in America. That's what they call them over there. Just to give you some more flexibility on how you want to set your shop up and awesome. Get that throughput through again.
Nice.
Yeah, so many different ways to engage with it. That's so cool, you guys. Yeah,
very cool.
What's that? What's that big square?
This over here?
Yeah, well, it's not square, but it's
it's not a square, no, but it is a very different looking counter, isn't it, compared to the till that we've just been talking about?
Yeah. What's that for?
I wonder what that could be.
That is for our on-ride photo feature, part of 6. So
very nice.
We have counters, and we're going to have a new shop, the photo kiosk shop.
Yep.
So a bit like the other shops that we have, it'll be an empty shell. I'm going to do a blueprint as well. But these counters can be used as part of the on-ride photos feature. So
yes,
you can, as Adam says, with the modular souvenir shops, you can put counters inside that area. Your guests will then buy their photos. The TV as well is a custom billboard. So this is like a combination of the counter and the billboards, because as part of the on-ride photo work feature, you're going to be able to put a trigger point on your coaster track. It will then connect to a counter, so your guests will then know where to buy the photo from, and then you can put the feed from the camera on a billboard as well.
It's quite George Lucas. It's like poetry. It rhymes.
As what we've got on the screen is a mock-up. So this is not in game at the minute. This is a work in progress mock-up of the intention of what we're going to do. So we're going to have a picture-in-picture view of the camera. So you're going to place it where you want on your track. The quality of the photo is dependent on the EFN. So if you put your camera point in a place that's really exciting, you're going to get a good photo. Your guests will then want to buy it. So the quality of the photo affects how many people are going to buy it from your shop that you've got connected. So good photos, more money.
Yeah,
basically.
Makes sense.
Very nice.
Lots of happy people in chat, and also the picture-in-picture thing is really cool. Really cool to see that.
And you don't have to put the billboard and the counter together. So if you just want to have, here's the camera and the coaster, go buy it from this counter, you can do that. Or you can just have, here's the camera and here's a TV, and it's just showing you the photos. You don't even have to have them set up to be sold. It's just, here's a feed of some nice photos.
Do it your way, basically.
Yeah. Exactly. We're looking forward to people connecting them both, having that really nice area, as Adam put in game, of inside where the souvenir shops, inside that exit, because that's where you're going to expect it to be.
As Sam was saying before, it's what, if you go to a theme park, that's what you experience. You come off the ride, you have your photo counter at the side, you have a look at yourself and go, yeah, I'll buy that photo. And then you move on, and there's the merchandise, and that's what we were showing before, that idea that you've got those two counters if you want to. Or, as Rich was saying before as well, we're going to provide the 4x4 standard kind of facility shop that you can just place down, link it to that camera, and then...
Job done.
Very nice, you guys. People are so happy. The chat's super stoked, which is awesome. So
we're really
excited people very
on
happy
this one. It's great seeing it's starting to come together.
Yeah, 100%.
Really nice.
And I think there was something else you guys also wanted to touch on.
Yes, we're looking at a few other sort of quality of life improvements, such as we're looking at some more audio settings, so you can tweak the volume of your flat rides or your coasters. And I think there are some other options in the audio settings as well.
That's park wide, so you can adjust the balance of all the coasters in your park. If you're finding those a bit too loud for your ear, you can just turn them down a bit. Same with the water park. So there's like a global per setting control of some of those things as well.
Nice.
And we're looking at providing some playlists as well for the music, for the predefined theme music that you can play on the ambient speakers. So you could have like a rolling Viking playlist and things if you wanted to do that as well. Awesome. And of course, on top of lots of other bug fixes and quality of life enhancements that will be coming along with Update 6.
Just making it better and better. That's awesome.
And obviously, we've got a new theme.
Well, we have got a new theme,
We have got a new theme, unless you've got another pun, but we have got a new theme, right?
Well, we've got no more puns. It's been months of puns.
I've actually got a serious thing here. After the last show, apparently no one likes my puns, right? And my boss put me aside and said, look, you've got to stop the puns. otherwise I'm going to make you walk the plank.
Why would you?
And I said, well, that's quite an extreme reaction.
That actually hurt.
So,
but why would you make that kind of pun? Why would you make?
Oh, should we?
I think we're just going to have to rock.
It wasn't a pun. Don't get me fired.
Yeah.
No pun there.
Fine.
No pun there.
I,
I don't want to have to
play
play the plank.
Well, shiver my timbers. So, what are we looking at if we don't even know? So tell us.
Last month we sat here and we said we've added update 6 to the Spring Roadmap, and it has a new theme, and it's been really exciting the last few months doing these updates and getting. And the new update, we thought we'd do 2 themes at once.
Why not?
Crazy.
When we can do one, why not just do 2?
Yeah.
So here's 2.
So we've got Fairy Tale and Pirate in
Yeah.
update 6.
Fantastic.
Nice.
So that's all the themes. That's all the themes back now.
That is all the original
all
themes
base
from the
game.
initial
Incredible,
release
you
of Planet,
guys.
the
Incredible.
original one. So yeah.
So coming up there 6. Well, you have been busy then, haven't you? Been beavering away in the background, you and the team.
Yeah, the team
They've
have been
incredibly
so
busy.
incredible.
Yeah.
It's quite a thing
Amazing
to experience and be part of.
Yeah, so we obviously there's the roadmap as it stands. So obviously
Yeah.
looking at arriving in June with those 2 themes confirmed now. So
2
it's
themes.
Pirate and Fairy Tale. Plus, you've got the D-theme coasters.
2 D-theme
and you've got
coasters.
you're going to have the on-ride photos. You're going to have the gift shop. You've got the Coriolis coming back.
Yeah.
You've also got new water physics, or not physics, new water visuals arriving tomorrow.
In 5.
Tomorrow. You have been eating well today. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And I think that pun was worth getting fired for if this is my last show. So.
From the cannon.
Yeah. From the.
Hey, here we go.
That's good. That was really good.
Right.
Yeah.
As always, it's so lovely to have you on the
Always a
sofa.
pleasure.
Thank you guys. Thank you. And thank you for all the amazing work and to the team and everything.
Thank you
It's
to all the
absolutely
team.
incredible. Absolutely
Everyone involved in
incredible.
Planet Coaster 2 has done amazing work for this Spring
Honestly.
Roadmap.
And thank you to the players for carrying on playing with us,
Yep.
you know,
Yeah.
and sticking with us and carrying on playing and creating all these incredible things.
Cool. All right, well, it goes without saying, we'll probably have you back on the sofa probably next month. So
Let's do it.